So we have the east here. Where do you usually come in, and then where do you usually park? Where do you feel like you, because of the sun and the other trees, where do you like to say,
So
where's
I
your go-to
usually
spot?
park right there where you have like almost the half circle there where it says spin circle. That actually, because it's on a cul-de-sac.
Yeah, so where do you usually park? Do you park here or
Yes,
do you park here?
I usually park the seconds.
Here?
Yes. Hmm.
Okay, great. What's the general acreage or area?
0.6.
Oh, 0.6, great. So then we could just essentially say like 0.2, or even 3, no,
Yeah, you had it right. Two, two,
three,
and two.
two, three, two,
And
three,
two.
two, one,
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6, right? So 0.1, 0.2, 0.3.
Okay.
And just kind of using the lines already laid out to us.
Sure.
But you generally come in this area here, and that's cool. That's sunrise. We don't necessarily have to follow these lines. They're,
Okay.
they're, they're not there, they're invisible, right? But
Right.
this is just a start. You can eventually begin to kind of blur those lines and create your own space.
So would you
Orientation. So we
recommend
want to
just
think about
starting out?
orientation. Yeah, orientation is good. You don't have any other trees on the property or anything? It's just open.
There are some more trees like towards that back corner there. The northwest corner, there's a big tree back there.
Back here?
No, the
Northwest,
back there.
northwest.
Oh, okay. I thought that was east on
You
that
said
side.
north, yeah, northwest.
So it would be
Is
north.
this flipped? Is this flipped for you guys? Is this
It
towards
might
the
be.
left? When you're looking at me right now, are you looking at this towards the left or are you looking at it towards the right?
I'm looking at it towards the left.
Okay, perfect. So this is northwest, right? So
Okay, I was looking
are
at,
you saying that the tree is in northeast?
no, so maybe then it would be southwest. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
no worries.
Mhm.
So it's back here.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So we've got a nice big tree down here too, but kind of like the same thing, honestly. I like to use the circles
Okay.
and even lines of sight are very important on the property. When you're driving down the road, what's the first thing that you see when you see your property? This
Um,
right here,
right.
this moment right here. You're driving down the road and it's literally a straight shot pretty much to that space right there. Even if it's just you're driving down the road and you see the left sliver of your property right here, right?
Right.
You have like you have a you have a billboard,
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
right? And so you don't have a vehicle necessarily here, and you don't necessarily need to have a sign. It can be very discreet in the neighborhood, right?
Right.
Where's the next house? Where's the next building here?
Right on the other side of that line, there's a driveway and then a home.
So you've got a driveway coming in here with the house
And
towards the back or towards the front?
towards the front.
Okay. So we've got a house here pretty much, and then they have a backyard.
Yes.
And
And
then their
then,
driveway is here, and then they kind of pull in.
yes,
Okay. Do you have a fence here?
I don't.
Do you want one?
I thought I eventually do plan on fencing it off
Maybe that's
because
just the first step. Maybe that's the first step in privacy to create an edge to start. This is where you start.
For sure, because the back part of the property, there's houses on the other side, so
Right,
the part of my property on the other side of it
yeah.
is the backyard to like maybe 6 or 7 houses.
You're
And it's
broadcasting. You've
open.
got 7 customers already. You've got already 20 people to 30 people right here that are looking right here at your property. That's beautiful.
For sure.
You have a sign right here. This is your son. This is your art. Framing it is going to be really, really important. So walking the property is going to be very important for you now. And drawing and kind of sitting under the tree and imagine yourself. Just listen to the birds in that spot. Listen to the birds in this spot. What do you hear in this spot? What's happening to all of your senses in each
Okay.
one of these corners to kind of give you kind of like uh kind of like a breakdown of sounds and words that you can begin to extrapolate kind of like what kind of things happen in that space.
Okay.
Is this space down here, is this east, west? And I'm not saying we have to answer this right now. This is a general question for when you're in the space. Is
Okay.
it shady? This space here is shady. This space here is sunny. This space here is sunny, would be open possibly. So come up with about 10 words that are happening in each corner. So lay your
Okay.
property out into quadrants and then begin to have a conversation of what's happening in this space, what's happening in this space, what's happening in this space. This obviously is threshold. This is entrance. This is something that you can begin to pull people in. And depending on what kind of structure that is or what kind of infrastructure that it could be, this is really beautiful though, a line of sight to this beautiful tree here that you begin to frame that people see when they come in. And it's a
Okay.
line of sight that you begin to plant some trees along that parkade and make a boulevard.
Oh, okay.
And then you begin to resonate out from that too.
Okay.
That could then determine, I have a crazy theory. Based on your property here, where do you usually mostly spend your time? Not specifically, before you answer, what I'm saying is, if you zoomed out and you zoomed out on this map and you zoomed out, zoomed out, and now you can see the USA, you can see your property in Mississippi. You're kind of like this. You're doing this, aren't you? You're
Mm-hmm.
going from this city to this city to this city. Getting to know you more, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that about correct? You're making a delta, right? So you're
Yeah.
traveling here, you're traveling here a lot, and you're traveling here a lot, and this is the property we're on right now.
Yes.
That's a pyramid. That's a delta. That's a womb.
Okay.
And also, you've got kind of like this going on here.
I see it.
So what is happening here? What is happening here? And what is happening here?
Okay.
And those are places that you can begin to also build out from here. This is a shrine or an altar. This is a moment of teaching or gathering.
Mm-hmm.
Also, pull out the elements. Is this wind, air, and fire?
Okay.
Is this fire? You decide when you're in that space, you tell me.
Okay.
Given where the sun is, And what do you do when you're in this city? How do you feel? When you're in this city, how do you feel? And when you're here, how do you feel? Take the words from how you feel here, and then you'll know more what to do in this
Okay.
space.
Okay. Yeah,
So that
because
way,
it's
when you're in
actually,
each one of these spaces, it helps remind you, if you'd like, or it could be it could be anything that you're kind of wanting to bring about.
no, that's perfect. This property used to be my family's farm back in the late 800s, 1800s, early 1900s. So, I really bought it just to reclaim our property.
Beautiful.
And yeah, so I love that idea. I'm definitely, when I go down there, going to sit and yeah, come up with, feel my feelings
Right.
and really just come up with different concepts and words and expand from there.
Good. And we'll have this recording in there so you can watch it again, so you can kind of get this feeling for everybody to kind of start using these tools. I would also begin to create an edge.
Okay.
So hierarchy. So if you're already having kind of like this theater, you're in a theater. And when you're here, even in this space here, which could be, I mean, we're talking flower of life. I mean, we're talking geometry here. We're talking real stuff.
Yeah, I see it.
So what is even happening here to bring the light? This could be whatever you decide, this could be air, just because it's north or whatever. But if you're feeling like when you're driving down the road that you're like pumped, and what is that feeling for you is that kind of element and that kind of image or that kind of thing. What if it's just a sculpture? You know, just something. What if it's a rock that then holds it down? What if it's a pond? But
Mhm.
either way, we have to talk about hierarchy. In that, if we were to take this and turn it
Mhm.